What's going on, guys? Alon Gonzalez here with musclemonsters.com, and today I'm going to show you guys how to calculate your calories and macronutrients for building lean mass without putting on too much fat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through 8 very simple steps, and you can follow along with me to calculate your calories and macronutrients in the process. So if you want, go ahead and pause this video, open up a notepad and a calculator, and let's do this. Alright, I'm going to start with an example of someone who weighs 170 pounds. Alright, so if you, by any chance, happen to be 170 pounds, then you're in luck because I'm going to give you your calories and your macronutrients. Alright, so let's jump right into it. You are going to calculate your maintenance calories. Your maintenance calories are basically the amount of calories you will consume or must consume in order to stay the same weight. Alright, and we can do this with a very simple formula. All you have to do is take your body weight and multiply it by 16. Now, if you are someone with a relatively slow metabolism and maybe it's sluggish and you put on fat easily, then instead of 16, go ahead and use a 14 to 15. But 16 is probably the standard for the average person. Alright, so where does that 16 come from? I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it basically derives from the thermic effect of food, the thermic effect of activity, and your resting metabolic rate. So that's not just a number that just appeared out of nowhere, okay? So let's take, for example, 170 pounds. Multiply that by 16 and you get 2,720 calories. And that's the amount of calories, roughly, that you'll need to maintain your weight week after week. Step number 2. Now we're going to put you into a surplus, okay? So now we know your maintenance level. Now all we have to do is eat above that maintenance level so that we are now in a caloric surplus, which will allow us to gain weight. So the typical surplus is roughly from 100 to 500 calories per day. Now I like to be right around in the middle so that I am moving the scale, however not stacking on a bunch of fat in the process. So I like to do about 250 calories of a surplus per day, and this will put you at about half a pound a week. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're simply going to take your maintenance calories, in our case it's the 2720, and you're going to add 250 to that. Now, again, you have anywhere from 100 to 500 to play with, and that is totally up to you, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it simple at 250, so I'm just going to add the 250 to my 2720. Step number 3, calculating your protein intake. Now we all know that everyone needs roughly about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, some a little less and some a little more. Anything between 0.8 and 1.5 would work. For me personally, I like to meet right in the middle at 1.2. So say, for example, a 170 pound individual, they will multiply their body weight times 1.2 and they'll get 204 grams of protein per day. Step 4, calculating your fat intake. And this is similar to calculating your protein, only we just need about 1/4 of a gram to half a gram of fat per pound of body weight. So take your body weight and multiply it by 1/4, and that's the number of fats that you'll need per day. I typically like to go a little higher. I don't like to start off so low. So say, for example, a 170 pound individual times 0.5 equals 85 grams of protein per day. Now, it doesn't have to be 0.5. You can start at 0.25. That's a little lower. It's totally up to you. Step number 5. Now, we're simply going to take our grams of protein and convert it into calories. There's 4 calories per gram of protein, so we're simply going to take 204 divided by 4, and we get 816 calories. Step number 6. Now we're going to do the same thing, except now with our fats. Only this time, with fats, there's 9 calories per gram. So we're going to take our 85 grams of fat divided by 9, and we're going to get 765 calories of fats. Step number 7. Now we're going to find out how many calories we need from carbs. So all we're going to do is we're going to add up our calories from protein, the 816, and our calories from fats, the 765, and we're going to get a number. And what we're going to do with that number is we're going to take our initial number of our caloric surplus and we're going to subtract them. Whatever's left is the amount of calories that you're going to need from carbohydrates. And step number 8, last but not least, we're simply going to convert our calories from carbs into grams. So how are we going to do that? It's simple. There's 4 calories per gram of carbohydrate. So take your calories, your carbohydrate calories, and divide them by 4. And for me, at 170 pounds for this example, I get 347. So now we have our macronutrient breakdown of 347 carb, 204 protein, and 85 fats. Alright guys, there you have it. That's the end of the video. If you need a better explanation, and maybe I sucked in this video, I do have a article that I wrote with all the same information I just gave you, only a little more because it was written, and I'll put a link to that in the description. And also, if you're an actually skinny guy who wants to put on size, you have your diet now you need to work out, I'm going to give you my mass in a flash guide completely free. I'll put a link in the description, put your name and your email, and you'll get instant access to that. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more videos, make sure to subscribe. Like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment if you have any questions. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.